Good day, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bunsert of Radio Retro Future, and today we're going to be doing something else. Now, I expect there will be two types of people watching this video. People that know what this video is going to be about, and people who never heard of whatever is in the title of this video right here. Now, today I want to talk about this table. Yes, a table, that's right. Now, like I said, some of you might be wondering, why the hell is Bunsert talking about a table? I thought this was a steampunk channel. Well, yes it is. But for those that watch my content for a longer period of time, they know I really enjoy board games and actually made a number of board game reviews. And one of the things why I postponed a number of these videos, which I hope to make in the future, is because I was waiting for this particular type of table. Now, what you see here is a table made by Geeknson, the Denise model, if I'm not mistaken. Now, one of the things you might be wondering, why are these things here? And why can they be removed like that? And why can they be placed on other sides of the table as well? Well, let me show you something. So it starts off with grabbing this suction cup that comes with this table, and you press it right against the wood, and oh, look at that! Alright, here we go. Here we have the fully displayed innards of the table, complete with LED lights. Yes, that's right, this is a dinner table specially designed for board games. And if I'm not mistaken, Geeknson is one of the first companies that started making these. This one has a LED light leaf that can be pulled out with this right over there. There are all kinds of customization options for these particular brand of tables. For example, this one is wider than the other tables they have on offer, but that's all no problem. You can ask them to make any type of changes. You can even have a full TV display in the middle of the table if you require that kind of thing. I already showed you this. Well, these are special editions you can get from Geeknson. These are for to hold drinks, and you know, you could also insert tokens in this if you want to, but you can also put cups in there and all that kind of thing. Yeah, there are all types of customizations you can order with them. Of course, you pay for them. This particular Denise type table has chestnut wood, which goes very well with the rest of my interior in the living room, so that was a very particular choice I made. You can ask for all kinds of different types of colors for the bottom. This one you can actually turn around, and then it's green. This is a type of velvet, I think. And the other side is a far more coarse type of fabric I ordered when I am playing, I don't know, Dystopian Wars or something like that. As for the LED lights, well, they are your typical color changing types of LED lights. You can also increase and decrease the brightness. This is all customary. You don't need to get all these special things. There are all kinds of types of additions you can get. Underneath here there is another plastic thing you can use to, I don't know, put drawings under or maps or something else so that it doesn't get damaged while you're playing. And the board game you're watching at right now is The Rise of Moloch. But I just put it in there just to, you know, to show you what it could look like. Now you also have this. I think this is standard with all the tables. It's actually meant to support the leaves, which I piled up here, some of them. Those are watertight, if I'm not mistaken. So even if you have the dinner table put up and you spill water, for example, who knows, it is not supposed to go through. There is also this right here. This is also supposed to make sure that water doesn't pour into the table itself. So they have a lot of smart modifications. Like I said, they are the first ones to actually start this. If I'm not mistaken, it's also one of the more expensive ones. It will cost you an arm and a leg. I bought it with a huge amount of discount. It's unrelated to me making this video. I'm just really proud of having this. So yeah, there's nothing. This is not a sponsored video or anything. But yeah, as for its other additions, well, these are simple cup holders. You also have one that's specially made for wine glasses. so you can hang them in there instead of putting them on something. You have special editions intended for people who play a lot of role-playing games, like Dungeon Master screens. You know, you name it, they have it. If it's useful to the game, they also have dice towers you can put on the side of the table, so you don't have to use the table itself for that. They have all types of useful things you can buy at a later date. I started out simple, see how much I'm gonna use this, and I really hope to do so. I also hope to do more board game reviews, because, I mean, look at this. This looks, you know, it looks more amazing on film, I must admit. So, but yeah, that's the magic of film, right? What else do I have to tell you? Well, they brought it here. It was, the table was manufactured in Poland, if I'm not mistaken, brought here from Poland. Two very nice gentlemen came here, started assembling the table, and also, even though you may not see it, this bottom right here this leaf is not correct. It's a bit curved. Unfortunately, it's a bit warped. That, fortunately, is included in the guarantee, so when they assembled it, they tested it immediately. Oh wait, you can see it right there. You see there's a room beneath that plank over there. So yeah, they discovered this by themselves, and they immediately said, okay, you're gonna get a new one. So I'm really happy about that surface. So if everything should be okay, I should get it next month. Really, really proud to have this table. Yeah, if you are looking for a good board game solution and you can afford it, this is a worthwhile purchase. It's not just an awesome piece of bling to up your geek cred, it's just a wonderful table to look at, period. I was kind of worried about the color of the wood and whether it would not, you know, it would fit in with the rest of my furniture, but it's genuinely a well-crafted, well-designed dinner table. You have various other types. You've got coffee table formats. I'm not sure if they're much cheaper, but I'm sure they are. You've got even larger tables. I think the Henry is like their deluxe edition. You've got more, this one is quite standard in its design. You have a more Victorian-esque table with like more decorative paws, for example. So, yeah, what else can I say about it? It's a beautiful piece of equipment for the board game enthusiasts or for those people that play role-playing games. Now, one of the reasons why I put the models down here is because, you know, you might get the impression you could actually just leave the game as is and just put the leaves back in and you have a dinner table again. Well, unfortunately, it is not that deep. So, yeah, but I can still leave the board. I could maybe, if I just put them like this, I could lay down the leaves again and then I would have a dinner table and the game would remain as is. So there are a lot of benefits also because of that plank. You also have like this visual space you could save for, I don't know, older games, or maybe you can just put another game there entirely. Yeah, there are all kinds of practical ways you could use all these specific tools. Also here, I'm not sure you can see it with this light, but there's the official Geeknson brand. It's actually on multiple places of the table, but still, it gives it a little bit of class. One other thing, not sure it's clearly visible, but one of the special things about this particular table is I can actually wind up the internals. And if you can look at the LED light, you can see it's getting higher and higher. So this is usually intended for those when you play more card game-esque games, something that the edge is getting too high for. Will I use it as often? I don't know. Like I said, I got a huge discount on it. It's too bad about the LED lights though. You need to oil it up. That's one thing I would advise. But yeah, you cannot ignore just the beauty of it. Because it's also a very high table. I'm not that tall, so for me, it's actually a little bit too high. But there are ways to solve that. But for other friends of mine that are a lot taller than me, yeah, for them the table height is just great. So, and one of the things I am bothered by, especially with my old table, which was a normal kitchen table, You know, I am someone with bad joints, so when I'm not sitting correctly, I tend to have like back problems, or it's hard for me to sit still. That's basically it. And with this table, because it's higher, it just sits much more comfortable. So yeah, I really enjoy that. So that's another thing. I was thinking of getting particular chairs for that reason, but no, right now, as it is right now, I don't need it. So that's also a plus for the people who have bad body postures and would like to have a more well-rounded table experience. So that was my quick overview of the Denise model by Geeknson, and I'm really proud to have this. I am really enjoying just having it. I'll be playing the table for the first time this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it, to try it out. So yeah, it will cost you an arm and a leg. Geeknson is not the cheapest brand out there. There are others, but this is a really heavy table. Like, I'm pushing against it right now. You don't even see it move. And that is very important. So whenever somebody bounces against the table doesn't go. So that is something you want to think about if you're considering buying different brands. Also, another thing you may want to consider is, of course, the type of connections they use for editions like this. Geeknson has several options. One of them is like they have magnetic ones they use. As far as I have seen it, it also works pretty well. This one just uses a kind of a clip-in system, but it sits well. It works for me. And they also stay in their place if you would tend to run into them by accident. So you have to experiment what works for you when it comes to, you know, drink safety, so to speak. But it's a great improvement. So yeah, extremely good quality. You will be paying for it, but also it's something a little bit scratch resistant, which is also very important. Aesthetically, I'm very impressed, despite it feeling a little bit. It does not really feel IKEA, but they have chosen for a kind of scratch-proof veneer, but I do like the gloss. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't like the gloss, but it works and it looks really well made. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all next year. And of course, make 2019 your way. Goodbye.